LG, I'm gonna need you to fix this for me, okay? I know you're probably not gonna watch this video, but LG, if you're gonna watch this video, if you do watch this video, okay, does anybody know anybody who works at LG? I'm working on my review still. This is not the full review, but I ran into an issue that is just so frustrating because this TV is almost perfect as a computer monitor for me, and this isn't an absolute deal breaker, but it's just really frustrating that I've checked and there does not appear to be any fix. Here's the issue. It's related to the sound. So first of all, this is the 48-inch, and that's huge for using on an actual desk. You can probably see behind me right here that I'm right up against the wall. I'm in the corner here. There is not room to put speakers here. I could try to maybe mount this and put a sound bar here or something, but I was really hoping that the fact that this is a TV would make the speakers good enough to just use when I don't want to use my headphones. And here's the good news. They actually are, but when I first started up the TV, I actually didn't think they were that good. It sounded really harsh. It was overly loud. It just seemed distorted, like it was being processed badly. And that's where I started playing with the menus and I found out it was being processed badly. So when you're using the game optimizer, which is what you'll want to be using to completely reduce the input latency, and also when it detects a variable refresh rate input source, it turns on a AI sound algorithm, which is really frustrating. You might be like, well, you can just turn that off. I can. Let's look over here. I'm going to sound all distorted now because I'm focusing over here on the screen. But okay, we got this game optimizer, and this is the TV menu thing over here. And the thing is, when this thing kicks on, it turns on this AI game sound. Now here's the thing, I just have it turned off. That's fine. Okay, but here's the problem. Yeah, I have it turned off, but when you power cycle the TV, or you power cycle the computer, so your input source changes, okay? Either one of those things. If the TV gets turned off and on, or the computer gets turned back off and on again, as soon as the TV detects another variable refresh rate input source, meaning you're trying to use G-Sync or FreeSync, it, I guess, just says, hey, herpty-dur, we're going to do some gaming. So it turns on the game AI optimizer sound thing, even though I'd already turned it off. It will not save that setting unless you turn off variable refresh rate, which is actually what I currently am doing, is I have the variable refresh rate off for a different reason. It's because that's how I'm getting a full 4K 120 hertz HDR 10-bit signal from a card, a GPU that doesn't have an HDMI 2.1 output. But as soon as I get an RTX 3080, which is my end goal, I'm going to have variable refresh rate on. So that AI sound thing popping on every time this restarts is really obnoxious. And I can tell every time it happened because I only found out about this because I was like, I thought I had this sounding good again, and now it sounds garbage again. And sure enough, I check every time. And every time it power cycles, or the input source cycles, and it detects that variable refresh rate. And it is the variable refresh rate. That's the issue. Because like I said, with variable refresh rate off, I'm not having that problem. So LG, here's all you need to do. Have it obey the setting. If I've turned off the AI sound optimizer, then just leave it off until I personally turn it back on. Okay? Don't just have it turn itself back on every time that it detects a variable refresh rate input. That's not that hard to do, but there's no way that I can fix that, LG. You need to fix that on this TV. Now, you guys, don't get me wrong. I'm absolutely loving this thing. I'm expecting to give a very positive review about using this as a monitor. But there's just a few little things like that that were annoying. The other thing that was originally annoying is every time you'd start it up, it would pop up their like streaming apps, and that would cover part of the screen. But you were actually able to turn that off. It's very deep in the menus. Maybe I'll end the video just by showing you that real quick. Well, should I show you? Yeah, I guess I'll show you. You go through the menus. You have to go to all your settings. They really bury it. So I will show you this, though. So if you go into all your settings, you'll definitely want to do this if you get one of these. You'll want to go to General, And then under the general settings, you need to go all the way down to system. And under system, you go all the way down to additional settings. And under there, you go over to home settings. And under home settings, you want to turn off the home auto launch. And you can also turn off the home promotion so that you don't get advertisements in the home menu. So originally, that was going to be one of my issues that I complained about, but I found the way to fix it. It was just super buried in the menus. So now that I figure out how to make it so those apps don't pop up right at the start, I'm good on that. Really, my main issue is this sound thing. That's frustrating, and LG, I don't think there's any way they've made for me to turn it off as a user. They have to fix that in a software update. Not a deal breaker, but pretty annoying. Anyway, what do you guys think? Are you guys planning on getting one of these TVs? I like, honestly, wait for my full review, but Red Dead Redemption 2 on this thing in 4K is glorious. This ultra wide over here, it feels kind of dinky in comparison. I'm not sure I'm going back. Have an excellent day, guys.